Welcome to the Rustic Garden. This is episode 5 in my garden community plot series. This is actually the sixth week. I didn't shoot a video last week, not much was going on. Today I'm going to show you my plot, show you what's been growing, talk to you about trellising, staking tomatoes, give you some tips on how to easily set up some things that help you pull a hose through your garden without knocking down other plants. I get a lot of questions about all the plants that I grow and what I do with them. What I don't use in a garden, I just set up usually in my neighborhood, but today I did the garden plot, just a sign that says free plants. This was 4 flats of tomatoes, peppers, squash, zucchini, and I just give them away. Let me go show you what's going on at the plot. Here's my community plot in its 6th week, and you might hear at times airplanes and you might be able to hear the cars. I live right near an airport, and this community garden is right by a very busy road. I'm very satisfied with how the garden's coming along. I planted the cool weather crops 4 or 5 weeks ago. The tomatoes, peppers went in maybe 2 weeks ago, around then. Things are looking really good, and like I said, I'm very happy. I've noticed lots of spiders, baby praying mantis, so I'm hoping the ecosystem takes care of itself and really removes, or really is balanced so that bad insects get taken care of by good insects. One of the things I have to do is I have a 4-foot fence. I thought that would be fine to keep the deer out, being so close to the woods, and a lot of people that I've met have told me it really has to be higher because they found deer in their garden. So I've just taken some bamboo poles and I've attached them to the fencing, and it's real easy to do. You just drop the bottom through one of the squares that secures it down at the bottom, and then I don't know if you can see it, but those are just aluminum fence ties. One of the subscribers to my channel mentioned that, and I forgot who it was, but I'm going to start writing down the great tips that I get, because not only am I teaching and hopefully helping you all, but I learned a lot too. So those aluminum ties secure the bamboo right to the fence. They won't degrade from the sun, and I just thought that was a great idea that person gave me, and they're really, really inexpensive. So I'm going to put bamboo all around my fencing to raise it to about 6 feet, and I'm going to just use this rope to raise that 2 feet. So I'll show you what that looks like. And I'll talk to you about trellising. I'm going to put in stakes for the peppers, stakes for the tomatoes. There's a trellis that I started. And one of the tips I want to show you right now is when you have a garden like this, you have raised beds, sometimes when you're dragging the hose through, it's real easy for it to get pulled and then it goes over a plant and breaks a plant. You can see where that hose is. If you put in a stake, I'm using bamboo posts, and you put it in where you pull your hose through, this way I can take it to the center of the garden. When I tug on this, that hose doesn't get whipped over the lettuce plants or anything like that. And then when I come around here, the container itself protects this plant, but lets me really move the hose around in a way that I don't have to worry about accidentally snapping the stem of a plant. Let me get to setting up let me show you the stakes. And the stakes that I use, people ask me, I just buy bamboo just like that. Those were $6 at Big Lots, and what I do is wait till they go on sale. So they always have a 20% off sale. So for $4.80, these are the bamboo stakes I use for my Determinate tomatoes and peppers. Fence with some bamboo, some rope, set up my trellises, stake my tomatoes, and I am going to date myself, but with all the bamboo, it's starting to feel a little bit like Gilligan's Island. What I've done today mostly was taking care of my Determinate tomatoes. I just shot a video separately on one that you'll probably see. But real quick, Determinate tomatoes, you don't really need to prune because they're going to grow to a set height, set their flowers, set their fruit. Once you get the fruit, the plant dies out. The thing I just want to show you is when you tie off a tomato, just give it a nice big gap so that you don't choke off the stem against the stake. But again, Determinate tomatoes, you don't want to do a lot of pruning. They only get sometimes 2 to 4 feet tall. They flower, they set all the fruit, and then the plant dies off. They're different than indeterminate varieties. The kale's doing really, really well. This is where I'm going to grow a lot of cucumbers and melons, and you can see that not only did I raise the fence a little bit, I put in some bamboo there. That's to allow the cucumbers to climb. And sometimes you really do want a trellis. It doesn't have to be pretty, but you want it to be at least 6 feet tall, and that's what I did over here. I'm growing Spacemaster Cucumbers, which only get 2 to 3 feet. If you're, short on space, you can get Spacemaster type, bush type cucumbers and grow those. But I used some of the old fencing, bamboo, chicken wire, and really raised this to 6 feet tall. So the cucumbers in the middle are a new variety that I'm growing called Mila, and I'm not sure how tall they get, how long the vines get, but they are not compact. So I wanted at least 6 feet right in there. Otherwise, things are going nicely. Peppers are growing well in the bags. You can see I got my first strawberry there that I'm going to eat when I'm done. The only tomatoes I have in here right now that are indeterminate are the cherry tomatoes, and they get tall bamboo stakes because they will get 6 feet tall. So they're going to have to be pruned and managed and tied down a little bit differently. And I do have another variety in here of a Polish heirloom tomato I ordered that's going to be an indeterminate variety. But things are going well. Peppers look great. I'm very, very satisfied. And again, I raised the fence by 2 feet to get it to 6 feet tall because so many people told me deer have jumped in your yard. I'm going to listen to them. So 6 feet high. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please check out my blog at www.therustedgarden.blogspot.com and also check out my YouTube videos. Thanks.